Welcome back to Super Mario Maker 2 in part 26 of Mario Maker 1. You would have seen me play this level. I have made adjustments to it. Quite a bit of it remains the same, up to where the checkpoint was in the first one. It's pretty much the same, but from there things are a little bit different, and because I'm doing handheld controls this will be hard. Doing lots of... because I've been practicing this for a week or two, trying to do this all in one go without checkpoints. And I've just seen one person spend nearly 99 attempts on this, or more than that by the end, by the time it finished. And so, using the handheld gamepad style controller, I got into a rhythm of doing it well, and now I have to do it. It's like in part 26 when I struggled so badly. Yeah. Good luck editing this. And I'm using my new editor too now, so the one that Simeon recommended. This is going to be fun. And the screen cuts off, so it's really disguised as to have I actually made that. It's like tennis and balls going out. You have to assume they're going to go in and follow the ball. Well, here I just have to assume that I'm going to make it, and otherwise you just can't do anything in this stage. Yeah, I did it. And of course I jumped too far. You see that pipe there and the on-off switch? That means with that door there you have to do this twice, which makes this terrible for some people. And everyone will be thinking, why did you add that in? Well, there are two stumps in cricket, two sets of stumps in cricket, and I didn't want to have to design the second one because it would be a similar design. These were the bats. I had them both facing separate ways and I had it designed differently to the other one in the original, so that's different. Jumped slightly too early or too high. But yeah, it's very precise there. I jumped too late. It's supposed to land right on the edge of that yellow platform and spin over the invisible spike there. Again, that can annoy some people. See, I got into a rhythm there, and then there'll be a few where I can't do squats, so... Or maybe I can still do it. Come on. I'm not used to spinning with the little controllers, with the Joy-Cons. Yeah. Banter. Okay, I spun there, apparently before I landed. The person I did it last night was so used to doing spins from Kaiser levels. And the fact that A, there were spikes which he hated, and you only have to do 2 spins in the entire level. Man, he didn't like it. I mean, he understood that it was okay, it was a decent level and other people would enjoy the challenge, but he knew that he wouldn't. So it was very constructive criticism. Not of the level itself, just I don't like this, but other people might. I know. Yeah. When I first started making it the second time around for Mario Maker 2, I was doing it so well that I would somehow hit that spike. So sometimes I'd go right to make sure I can't mess that up. See, I pretty much don't die. That's different from before, and I don't have to do it again. Genius. Because for the first time, I'm not actually. See, do it a second time. Not quite first try. But yeah, after the ball, and I virtually don't die to that. That bit is different from there. So from there on, there used to be a Bowser Jr. battle there, which was too easy because you can spin on the shine. I don't really agree that you should be able to do that, Nintendo. Like, play the boss properly. Oh, I spun too soon. See, it's blocked off now because I've forced the switch to be behind where the thing is. If you can hit the switch and somehow unswitch it and go through the door, then you're just messing yourself up. So, if you can do that, don't do that. Oh, I thought I cleared it. Yeah, I didn't really show you this, but 1 plus boss. We don't know what the 1 meant, but you would know that there's a Bowser afterwards in the stage. When I get to spin, that usually means I make it. And bothersome. At least you can have a little bit of satisfactory fun trying to clear that. And the coins come back, because you've died. It's the first time I've done a repeat segment like this. Like, do the same thing you've already done, but lead somewhere else. And that usually means on-off switch. See, I had the pipe 1 platform lower, but then I'd somehow not be able to get in the pipe. See? Checkpoint. And final boss music, which I love. I really love this music. I've always loved this music. So this is good to see. It's 14 hits. It does show it in coins, so... Okay, that's somehow missed. 3 hits so far. Get in. And people will say Bowser battles are quite random and things like that, but you can always predict. You always know when he's going to do a big jump. And quite often he does retreat. And when he does that big thing, depending on how far back you are, you can always find the gap. This is actually very skillful. I always thought this was the most skillful part of the stage. And you always think bosses like Bowser Jr. and things like that, they're the most random parts. Well, they keep you on your toes. They force you to compete against something and someone. Like the rest of the level you can quantify and, you know, if you do the same thing over and over again, eventually you can beat it. But bosses like this always keep you on your toes, and that's why I like bosses, you know. You won't necessarily be able to do the same thing over and over, but you can. It's a problem solver. I really like it. Whoa, okay, I messed that one up. I shouldn't have gone for that. But yeah, if you make mistakes, you don't blame it being a Bowser Jr. battle. You just made an error. Just like I didn't quite jump far enough there. Also, when I was having to complete it all in one go without dying, this was really annoying. Because after all the times trying to complete that first challenge twice, I'd then die anyway. Yeah, I kind of messed myself up there. 3. See, I saw that he was jumping. And the pipe is there so you can wall jump, and it stops him from jumping all the way across the map as well. So I'm really proud of this boss fight. It's a good boss without having the cheap used fire trick. Sometimes you do have to wait because he's kind of in the way. Now I can just go across. How did I dodge him there? How did I manage that? So I think I've got 7 hits so far. See, when he's firing, you know when he's going to jump. Quite often he does jump back like that. Oh no. Okay, I managed to dodge. Oh no, not that time. So for some it's really annoying, but it's a good problem solver. We'll see you guys whenever I die or I'm close to doing it. Very quickly to 7 hits. Also, if you do jump to down here, the pipe then despawns, and so the bombs don't spawn out of them. You have to jump up to then get them back going again. And you can use that tactically. Sometimes, yeah, I kind of... Usually I'm able to dodge, but not that time. But you can go down, if there are platforms down there, you can give yourself space to move, yeah. In the side-scroller with pipes, I kind of end up doing that every time. Yep, I have to dodge. Yep. Uh-oh, yeah, dodge, yep. You can tell when he's about to jump and when he's going to do that. Done it! I thought the bomb was heading my way there. Wow. I'm very happy with this level, and the fact that I only completed it in 11 minutes. I may not even have to cut anything, or pretty much nothing anyway. 10-minute video? and the previous version of this level had a 0.6 something clear rate or something. It was like 3 out of 500 odd. So, yeah. I'm assuming the clear rate's going to be similarly low. You'll see that door. So when you've completed it once already. That's exactly the same. That's when you've done it the second time. That's exactly the same. Actually, there's one thing that is slightly different. I did have an extra spike there, but I was really not able to clear it. So I did make that. It was almost like the physics were different. And so I couldn't create it exactly the same. That's exactly the same. That's exactly the same. But from there used to be a couple of Koopas there, then a checkpoint like here. But I did add a few jumps there. Added that in. And raised the finish. But I do love the fact that the final boss music's in this game, because the Mario Bros. U one was really cool music. As was Mario Bros. Wii, to be fair, but I'm just so glad I was able to put this in. I'm very proud of this boss, because I always like trying to design bosses that don't have fire, and so it's such a cheap way of killing him, but this is such a strategic way of doing it. So none out of 138, let's look at the other ones. Tentacle 0 out of 66, not as popular as it once was. 11 out of 729. That's definitely not going to be 1 out of 95. I'm just glad I got that one like at all. And the comment is me wanting the soft block, which I probably already told you already. And it's 4.83% clear rate. That's the most popular one because it's a remake of a Mario Bros. Wii level. So it wasn't a great one, but it's 5 out of 128, 3 out of 189, and 8 out of 1,202. That's definitely my most popular one, and hardest, potentially. But anyway, thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you guys on a future video, probably of Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games.